Of Emily, again, sharing her thoughts about some very important people in her life here professionally.
Pam truly is the rock of Erie News Now. I mean that. Since I walked in the door about 20 years ago, she's been here, and she's been here for me for so much, both personally and professionally. And Erie News Now is truly a family. I'm not just saying that. And Pam is the one that made us that way.
Yeah, she calls Erie News Now a family, and we're seeing that this week. We're leaning on each other. We're having, we're leaning on our family, our work family, as we keep calling it.
Yeah, and Pam Forsyth, you have officially retired, but you're here still managing events and stuff, but you're still very much a part of what goes on here. Sonya Bias is joining us as well. Just talking a little bit about, the women leadership and kind of the mom factor a little bit. I know that you had that with Emily as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I did go to the viewing earlier, and her mother, first thing she said is M's other mother.
Yeah.
And it was very special for me.
What's your earliest memories of Emily in the
goodness.
newsroom?
Her, well, of course, as everybody says, her laughter, but her spunkiness. Her spunkiness. There were times, she was always respectful to me. It was like, if she was asked to do something, as a boss for me, she would say, "Okay, that's great," or, "Well, I don't think it's the best idea, but whatever you want,"
and I'll do it.
Yeah.
But even before that, before I ever became the general manager, we were friends, and we would go out and, she had a love for country music. I have a love for country music, so we would go to concerts together and have a great time. And I always said, well, I might be old, but I can still look. And we didn't mind looking at some of those good-looking country boys.
Why not? Why not? And Sonya, you come in here at night with Sonya and friends to record your program. So I'm sure that you had some interaction with Emily here or there.
We did. And, their show would come on at 7, and so we would get here like 7:20, 7:25, and we would cross paths in the powder room. I was telling Pam the powder room. She's like,
The green room.
Yeah. And she would always have on these really beautiful dresses. So I said, how many dresses do you have? And you shop all the time. And she's like,
Ross dress for less.
Sonya. Yeah, and so she was just giving us tips I'm always shopping. My dresses have to look nice. And I said, oh my gosh, I've never seen you wear the same thing twice. But she's very encouraging and positive. And she would always ask us, who do we have coming up next? Have a great show, girls. And we appreciated that. Even a guest too, she'd introduce herself.
Made people feel comfortable.
Just feel very welcomed.
Yeah,
comfortable.
I would say one of the things that people probably don't know about her is how much she really cared, quietly cared. I went through some tough times and personally, and she always came in and made sure that I was okay. Anything you want to talk about, Pam? How is, how are things going? I'd lost someone, my grandson, as you know, and we talked about that a lot. And that's a side of Emily not everybody got to see because she had that toughness and the fun, and but she did care deeply about people.
Yes,
and if we didn't feel this way about Emily, we wouldn't do 2 hours just about Emily. I mean, we could do 3, 4, or 5. She was that kind of person that deserves this type of tribute, and it's really true. We're not just putting it on for this. She deserved that type of this type of tribute.
Absolutely. I've been so honored to be able to be a part of this yesterday and today. Thank you all for sharing your thoughts and your insights and your memories. I adored Emily very, very much, and it's going to be hard to keep going. I mean, we sat kitty corner from each other. There were just countless times where I'd look up and she'd look at me and I'd say, okay, meet in the bathroom. Let's go. We'd have to run into the bathroom and chat about something.
And her desk is right in the middle of our newsroom, and it's fitting because she was such an anchor to that newsroom, and now it's like there's this big giant hole both physically and emotionally in our newsroom.
And the laughter that would come from the newsroom, my office is halfway up a hall, and I would hear that laughter and I would come down and say, okay, way too much laughter in this newsroom, and we would joke about that too. So
she was a beautiful soul.
Absolutely.
And thank you for leading us all these years and being a good, mentor to us as well. I think that we're being told that